A group of Viking encounters a siren at sea, her voice is luring the men to their doom, except one. Now it's up to a closeted gay Viking to save the day. Bark heard a melodious voice sail over the sides of the longship, weaving promises in the minds of those around him. For the love of Odin, he thought, rolling his eyes. It's a damn siren. He looked at his men, who were entranced by the hypnotizing voice and moving close to the railing. If he didn't act soon, he'd lose his whole daft crew in seconds to the cunning beast. Bark spent the next several minutes strong-arming his magic crew into the belly of the longship before bolting the door shut from the outside. Lucky for him, his mother had been a witch and he was able to knock them out with a simple spell. That would prevent any of them from hacking a hole in the side of his ship. He worked hard to build it and Bark wasn't about to let some song-drunk idiot sink it. The lilting voice grew stronger as the siren tried to beckon the men. Bark stepped up to the railing. For Thor's sake, shut the hell up, you hussy, he shouted over the gray water. He saw a head pop out of the water, rage written on her beautiful features. In an instant, the silver-haired siren was at the side of the longship and scowling up at him. Hussy! She shrieked. Listen here, you Sansorthan. I may be a lot of things, but a hussy is not one of them. I will drag you down to a watery death. Bark gave her an amused smile. It would be a joy to tease this creature. He brought his meticulously cared for nails to his face for inspection before saying, What could you possibly need with all the men on my ship if not to be a hussy? The woman sputtered in shock before summoning a wave to push herself onto the boat's deck. Bark yelped in surprise as he was soaked from head to toe. Great. This was one of his nicest shirts and now it was covered in seaweed and salt water. Blinking the stinging water from his eyes, the Viking saw the siren stand up, her scaled tail disappearing now that she was no longer in the water. She stood before him naked, her long silvery strands of hair covering her breasts. You listen to me, she hissed, poking him in the chest with sharp fingernail. I am Iona, a magnificent creature of the sea descended from Aegir himself. I will not be reduced to the image of a one-woman by the likes of you. Bark merely stared at Iona, unperturbed. Why are you not affected by my singing? The siren asked, suddenly curious. You are a male of a hale and hearty stock. You should have been one of the first to respond to my beckoning. Bark's eye twitched. Yes, she would think that, wouldn't she? This was a secret he had kept close always. A secret that, if revealed, would come with a price. He was not ready to lose all he had worked hard for. Yeah, well. Not all of us are tricked by your charms. Iona pursed her lips and circled him like a vulture. She said, tapping a finger to her lips. She glanced down towards his groin. Are you lacking the needed equipment? Bark glared at her. I have perfectly working equipment, thank you very much. Iona's perfectly shaped brows raised up high in realization. You're Futhflogi, she said, breathlessly. That makes so much sense. The Viking shushed the siren harshly. Yes, he said in a hushed voice, despite the fact they were the only two conscious on the longship. But no one knows. It is not an evil thing to desire the love of another man, Iona said to the burly, bearded man. Not everyone sees it that way, he said gruffly, running his hand over his braided blonde hair. I will have to marry soon or else they will know. I will make you a deal, Iona said, taking sudden pity on the man. I will help make you the most feared Viking in the world if you take me away from this Odin-forsaken spit of land I've been stuck on. Bark looked at the silver-haired maiden curiously. You are a siren, he said. Can you not travel the waters freely? Not as freely as you think, she said, sadly. If I am captured in my human form, I am bound to them and the magic chaining me to this barren place will be split. I will instead be chained to you until you die. I would not wish that on anyone, he said. It is what I wish. It seems it would not be so bad to be chained to you until your death, Iona said thoughtfully. I will appear as your wife and help you claim the world. Then we will both be free. I am able to mask my voice as to not charm your village. All you need to do is bind me to you through blood. Bark looked at her, considering her offer. From his belt he drew a knife, slicing a shallow cut down his arm. He held it out to Iona, who mimicked his actions. Deal.